This is Mr. Marketing with a video on showing the processes that we use to create businesses from the very beginning for our clients. We believe at Mr. Marketing here that it's important to have a holistic approach when you're looking at branding and marketing. And that's why we like to begin at the beginning process and setting things up so that we can set up everything in an effort for success. So one of the first things before you even register for your EIN, you have to start thinking about your contact information and your naming and things of that nature, what that looks like. So Gmail address, the address that you're going to use, and phone number are probably the first three things that you have to be concerned about other than your name. So what we're going to do first, we'll get to the address part a little bit later because that's important for several different reasons. But the first thing you want to do is make sure that whatever name you're going to use, that name is available for you to have your domain name. So for demonstration purposes, we've decided on the producepeddlers.com. And so I use a site called Ionis. I like them because they're only $1 for the first year. And we will have a link for this company as well as every company that we mentioned in this video in our description. If you'd like to support our channel so that we can have more videos like this, please use our affiliate link to sign up for these companies. So if I check here what Ionis here, as you can see, it is available. And so what we're going to do here is add it to the cart here. And so I'm going to pass on all of their hosting and different things of that nature because we use a different hosting company here. So when considering what address to use, there's a couple different things to consider. So what's the best type of address to use? In my opinion, is a commercial brick and mortar addresses. Vendors, banks, lenders, funders, all type of companies, they prefer to deal with companies who have a commercial address. So if that's an option, for example, if you're a restaurant, that makes all the sense in the world. But maybe if you're a food truck, a brick and mortar commercial location doesn't make sense for you. So the number two option on the list, in my opinion, is a virtual office. Now, keep in mind there is a difference between a virtual office and a virtual address. A virtual address is a good thing if you want to use it as a mailing address to have your mail sent to, and they can forward that mail to you. They can scan it. They can make deposits of checks and things of that nature. But if you're looking to get funding for your principal address, you want to use either a commercial address or a virtual office. The number three choices, if you have to, you can use your home address. That is an option as well. Here's the thing, especially when you're a new business, most businesses are going to need funding to get established. And can you get funding using a home address? You can. But what we want to do is set you up right from the beginning so that you have the best chances of success. So there's companies out there who will absolutely give you funding if your business address is your home address. But there are other companies out there who won't give you funding if you're using a home address. So for example, you can get an Amazon card if you're using your home address for your business, but you can't get a commercial Walmart card. So a lot of time people are trying to figure out why they're getting declined for different things, and it's because the way your business is set up in the beginning. And so what we want to do is set you up for success from the very beginning. So if at all possible, use a commercial brick and mortar address. If that's not available, you can use a virtual office. If a virtual office isn't available, you can use your home address, but you're going to have difficulty if you try to use a virtual address, not a virtual office, but a virtual address for funding. So with that in mind, we do have some links for Regis Da Vinci Alliance, and they do great virtual offices. And if you need a virtual address for your mailing address, we do have links to iPostal, Anytime Mail, and Post Scan Mail in the description below. So figure out what option works best for you. Some people use combination of things, but it's important that once you decide on what address you're going to use, that you keep that information accurate on every single platform online that you use, everything that you register for, every account that you have, because the more that information is accurate and the same, the greater chances for you to be able to get funding and things of that nature. So the second thing that I definitely recommend is your phone number. So vendors and funders, they want a commercial number. They don't prefer a mobile number, no Google Voice numbers, no text now numbers. You want to get a regular number from one of your local telephone providers, or you can use a company like Ring Central. We like Ring Central because it does have the integrations with many of the new tools that will help you automate your business. And so we like Ring Central because they allow you to tie into a lot of the different tools. But there's tons of tools out there. You could spend days and days researching what's out there, but we do recommend Ring Central for the demonstration purposes of this. So you figured out what you're going to do, what your email address is going to do. We've created that. We already have our address that we're going to use. So you have to start thinking about what address you want to use. And you also have to think about what phone number you want to use for your commercial phone number. Now, also keep in mind that not only will you have to have a commercial phone number, a lot of times you will also have to have some type of mobile phone number, or either some apps will accept it, because a lot of websites will make you enter a number that you can receive SMS on. So keep that in mind. So as we continue through this process here, it's going to say we're new, and we can save time with PayPal Express. And it's asking for your billing information. So we've created our account here. The next thing they ask for is payment. I like to use PayPal, and the reason I do is because sometimes cards expire, sometimes you switch accounts, things of that nature, and a lot of times PayPal will have the most updated information so that your domain name never expires because of non-payment. So we've placed the order with Ionis, and then you receive this thank you for your order. And this is important to realize. So they say, what's next? You receive a confirmation email. You have to confirm that email or your product won't work. Once you confirm it, they'll start creating your account and send you your personal information after that. So make sure you go into your email address, confirm that account, and then you have your web address. So you have your web address, you have your email address, you have your regular address, and now you have your phone number. And so one of the things that we'll also do is create additional professional commercial email addresses. So instead of having the producepeddlers@gmail.com, we'll have the ability to have John at theproducepeddlers.com, Chris at theproducepeddlers.com. And so we'll create those email addresses. And another thing I like to do is create email addresses for certain things. So, we have an email address for accounting. So things that have to do with accounting, don't have to always be looking at email addresses for people who manage our social media team. So I have social media email addresses so that we can kind of streamline and pinpoint and focus specific areas that could be targeted in those emails. And so now you'll have the ability to create commercial email addresses, info at theproducepeddlers.com or whatever the name of your business is. So we're going to continue on with this process. And again, we're going to teach you how to do this for almost absolutely free. But if you don't have the time, this is a service that we also provide. Feel free to check out our website, themrmarketing.com, where we focus on branding, web design, graphic design, and automation, everything that with AI centered so that we can enhance that process for you even more.